I don't want to say, hey, get out, because I don't want to talk about your life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm loving you and all, but there we go. So what are you up today? You just off work?
Yeah, it's got off work, bro. Just chilling. I said watching the basketball game. That's it. You know.
Today was fucking. No, sure, flu or pneumonia on the weekend there, dying like a motherfucker. Like.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I stood up and I was falling down pretty much, you know, that sort of way.
Mhm.
See, who's watching me? Who's in there already watching me?
What?
No, like people are in there watching me already. I just don't know who. We'll see. All right, let's see. I put my headset on here. You have to tell me what game and who's winning right now.
Miami Heat are playing the Philadelphia 76ers, and their Miami Heat's winning.
Okay. But who's the
Warriors
contenders this year?
Who's the big contenders this year? Obviously, you got Golden State. Is the Cavs got a chance this year even?
They usually have a chance. So I mean, most people are thinking Cavs are coming out of the East, but they lost their first game to who did they play? Pacers, Indiana Pacers. They lost to the Pacers. So.
But why did they lose? What was the reason?
They got destroyed. They got beat by like 20.
Oh shit! Okay. Was LeBron missing? Was he not passing, or were they just shutting him down properly?
I mean, you know, you ask some people, they might say something different, but you ask me, I feel like the issue is LeBron again. Like, it's not a team game. Everybody waits on LeBron to give them the ball. So if you shut down LeBron, then there's no offense because people aren't used to even touching the ball. So
yeah, that's it. You know, I was actually watching. I was watching that, like I told you about the game with the Pistons and the one where Jordan was up 3-0, and then they were sitting up all night, and Isaiah was the one who called him and says, "I know how to win this game," and they called it the Jordan defense. You know, and they had a regular defense, but then when Jordan got the ball, they changed their defensive setup and they called it the Jordan defense. But when anyone asked them about it, they'd all deny it. So there's no such thing as the Jordan defense, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, no, we don't know what you're talking about. What's the Jordan defense, you know?
Yeah. So that's, I mean, pretty much they're getting.
Come on!
They're locking it down.
Oh man!
They play good basketball all around, but like nobody stepped up on the Cavs side to.
Okay. Well, all the fellas they got are pretty young fellas, and they're just happy to be playing with LeBron sort of boys, right?
I mean, they're good players. When they were on other teams, they did great. But again, like it's. The whole offense changes because LeBron is on the team.
But wouldn't they kind of put 2 and 2 together after a while and figure out this is happening?
Nobody's gonna tell LeBron that.
Why not?
Ty Lue, like LeBron's not gonna listen to Ty Lue, who's the coach. And like, you know, LeBron is basically like, you know, when he'll blame everybody else for what's going on versus like realizing that other people can do things besides him. He doesn't have to be the decision maker, and that's what the problem is he keeps wanting to be the decision maker, and he doesn't realize that's hurting him.
Do you think he's going to end up trying to be a coach in the end and be a really bad one?
I don't know. I mean,
that sort of mentality, that sounds like a coach to me.
I don't think he would be a good coach.
No?
I don't think he would be. Most people will say he would be, but I don't agree. I think he's not. How can I say it? Like
he doesn't have the mentality, ability to coach.
No, I don't think so. But again, this is my view. Some people would say he would be a great coach.
Being a good player doesn't mean you're a good coach, or Michael Jordan would have been a coach.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. You don't. Just because you're a good player doesn't mean you're a good coach. That's exactly right.
So, like what was that one coach? I'm trying to think. Years ago, and he said it was racist as crap. It wasn't bad racist, but it wasn't good racist. He kind of said, like, the athletes are the African Americans on the team, and the brains of the team are the white guys. And I try to think of the coach that said it back in the day. He basically said, you know, for the muscles and the skills and all those sort of things, we need the Africans, you know, African Americans is the way he put it at the time. 'Cause this is back in the 90s, you know, he wouldn't have said black or white, he would have said Africans, you know. And but then he said we used the Caucasians, as he would have put it back then, for the game plans and the planning stuff out and kind of to run the team. You get what I mean?
I see.
That's the kind of way he.
I've never heard that before.
I'm trying to.
I can believe that.
I'm just trying to think of the coach that said it, because it was in our lifetime 10, 15 years ago, and I'm thinking it was football, and I'm trying to think of the team.
I think it might have been football for sure.
Yeah, you know, because you know, like the quarterback, because I remember back at that time as well, there was no black quarterbacks as well, except for Warren Moon. Warren Moon was the only non-white quarterback at that time, and he was with Houston, right? Before they went to Houston, they were called something else.
You talking about the Oilers?
Yeah. That's exact. It was Texas. It was Houston. Houston Oilers.
Oilers, was it?
They went to Texas from Houston, or how did it go? It was the Houston Oilers, and then it went to the Texas Titans. Yeah, because Texas Titans is who they are, right?
The Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Oilers, but they left. The Houston Oilers was a team, and they left somewhere else. Did they not?
Houston Oilers. It was Houston Oilers.
Yeah, I think. Oh, nice goal. Oh, you prick. Okay. Okay. I'm off my game here, dude. Nice goal. I hate you, prick. I'll give it to him. It was a good goal. Good goal. Good goal.
This looks promising. Morata. Marcus Alonso. Good support play from his teammates. Conte.
Wow, some of the steals in this are just outlandish. Okay.
Got the ball and they're going at the opposition. Still got a bit to do, but this is
It's so unresponsive. I can't actually wait till I move to Toronto to see the internet. Like I'm just dying to know. You know what I mean? It's been so many years and so many different places, and I've always tried internet, and I've just kind of.
How are you doing?
Who's that? Who's that today? I don't know who's that. Let's see, who are you doing? Oh, come on. I'm running away because I'm looking at... Hey, Rebel, what's going on, buddy? I'm doing bad. I'm losing here. No estoy bueno.
Rebel.
Yeah, I know it's Rebel. I just had to look down at the phone to see who it was there, buddy. Oh, come on! Yeah, I'm getting my ass whipped here, Rebel, buddy.
I'm in pain from working.
Pain from working? Why? What were you doing? Well, buddy here said he was in pain from working, so... Okay, good.
Lawn care.
Oh yeah, I got you, buddy. Got you. I see Bezo on there. What's he doing there, Snipe? Nothing? He's just sitting there?
He was in the chat room?
No, he's just sitting in a menus in some game. I'm not sure what he's playing.
I don't know. I'm not sure, dude.
One of the companies I might be switching to has a branch down in Houston. I was saying to the wife, I said I can transfer down there.
Alvaro Morata. Victor Moses. Going forward well. Marcos Alonso. Cesc Fabregas. William. Shot on. Blocked it then. Marcos Alonso. Now Fabregas. Cesc Fabregas playing it through. Excellent cross from Hazard. So it's 1-0 here as the half-time.
Yesterday I was playing football, okay, so I crossed the ball to myself into the box. Was the ball bounced? I was about to kick it towards the goal. Obviously you don't know if it's goal or not, but it bounced. I was about to kick towards the goal. The whistle blew halftime. I'm like, what? Literally right in front of the net. I have never seen that in my life. I've watched a lot of football. Right in front of that, just blows the whistle, says no, we're no good. And I'm
Wow.
yeah, I've never been left so speechless in my whole life. It's yeah, I was like, wow, okay, cool.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was a bit rough on that. Were you just laboring in the lawn care today there, Rebel? I got a buddy that watches me. His name's Rebel. He's just a young fella. He's working already. I think you're working. Oh, hold on. I got a phone call. Give me 1 sec. Hello? Oh, hey, Daniel. How you doing there? I'm okay here. I just got to exit out of a game I'm playing. Sorry, guys. I got to exit. I'm streaming live on the TV, so I literally have people watching me. Sorry, yeah, that's a pain. I gotta call you because,
Couldn't hear you playing COD match.
So it looks like we have to move. Oh, yes. It is not bad, yes. I just found it this morning, so I worked it out where I could at least give you a full month's notice. So I said I'm not gonna leave till the 15th of next month. Yes. Well, so that's a full month, so I think, yeah, so I give it 30 days at least proper. And then how it works because Lisa's actually going to Ireland that day as well. Yes, and then when she comes back, her stop off is in Toronto, so she's just going to get off instead of continuing. Because that's where the connector flight is. So it works good for us, and not so much for yourself. My dad's let me live in his apartment for free, so that helps as well. He's got a spare, yeah, because, well, we're finding it hard to kind of get up and going here. It's just, like, I make decent money, but the cost of living is just way too much. It is, like, even our monthly, our Hydro bill's like $350 a month here on average. Killing us. Yeah, every 2 months, it's over 300 every 2 months. Yeah, so well, we try to keep the humidifier on once in a while, and it does get cold in here, and so we try to keep, so yeah, it's 330, 350, and we're like, wow, it's killing us. And then my car insurance went from 160 to 300, so that's double. So it's just a lot of bills, and so we're just having trouble with them. So, and house prices are half the price in Toronto. So, yeah. Well, if you need us to do anything, like if you want us to get people in, we can super clean the place so you could show up before you leave, maybe have tenants for you. Like, I know you want to see your own tenants in the case may be, but we can have it ready. And so you just tell us what you want us to do. Okay. We don't really know many people, but if we do, I'll be the first to let you know. We're not the most sociable, unfortunately. Well, we just couldn't afford to be sociable, you know. We're not going to go to the bar and spend a couple $100 we don't got. Okay. No worries, Daniel. Sorry we're leaving so quick, though. Did my year? Yeah, it's like jail. All right. Thanks very much. Okay. Bye. If you know anyone, forward on the information.
Want to live here?
Yes, that wants to live here. She goes, let me have to think about it, I'll tell you what to do. She goes, 30 days, yeah, that's perfect, no problem. She goes, try to make arrangements to come down. I said, tell us what you want it to clean, or if you want it cleaned, or whatever the case may be. And
Of course she wants the carpet clean.
but before, she wants to show people, like in 2 weeks or in a week, or she wants to, we don't know what her plan is going to be, right? So I'm sure she'll start getting in contact with you.
I hope she says I'll rent it for the first, because
Rent it for the first. Oh yeah, first. So anyways, there you go.
What's her tone like?
No, fine. She's just.
Fair enough, like?
Yeah, she's a bit surprised, but yes, of course. Okay. Need anything? Okay.
I spent about an hour trying to fix the riding lawnmower I was gonna use but couldn't fix. I had to use push mower.
Oh shit, that sucks, buddy. My landlady called me there. Snipe, we're moving, so I just had to give her the notice, right? Yeah, sorry, Rebel, I missed most of that. I'm going to go in and check here what you said. My landlady just called. Noticed a lot here, like my wife and I moved 2 or 3 times, and almost every time they've kept it.
Yay on them acres of land.
You get your money back? What do you mean? Like,
Well, when you first move into an apartment, I'm not sure how it works in the States, but you pay your first month and plus your damage deposit, or your first month and your last month, depending where you live, what they consider, right? So it was $1,500 a month, and then $1,500 a month for damage deposit, right? So a lot of places I've gone, they'll just say, oh, there's a chip of paint off the wall. That's going to be a couple $1,000s to fix that chip of paint right there. There's a crack. There's a crack in the blind there. Those blinds cost like $7,000. We got to buy brand new ones, you know.
You pay extra that you get back when you
just
move.
whatever to get the fucking deposit, basically.
Yeah, they can do whatever so they can just keep it off you, you know what I mean? So even when you try to do all your due diligence, you get carpet cleaners in, you get cleaners in, you fix everything spotless, they're like, no, still, that's not good. And you're like, what? So you're just kind of waiting for them to keep your money, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, you Jew bags.
Yes. Terrible, bro.
No, it's different up here, Rebel. They try to screw you, dude. It's not a fair world. Trust me, they keep every penny they can. But I just quit that game, so he got a loss. That's harsh. I quit the game because I was in the middle there. Okay.
So if your opponent quits, you get a loss?
No, I quit, so I got the loss because I had a phone conversation, so I couldn't just leave it, you know. So even though it was 0-0, I quit, I get the loss. So right now my record is 0-1-2, so I got no wins. So I got 7 games left. So I only got to win 3 of the 7 to stay in my division at least. You know, if I don't win those, I drop. I get relegated. So we'll try this again here. I almost wish they had a tier system like this for basketball and for I really respect the way they did it. Kind of, it's probably because there's so many different countries involved. Kind of back in Europe, the way they do it like this. But I'd like to say hockey or basketball to be on a 3-tiered system. You can maybe get a couple more teams in the league, and say the top league has 10 teams, the second league has 10 teams, the third league has 10 teams. The top 2 teams from each division each year go up, the bottom 2 go down. You get me? And then you got a champion from each league, and you got to earn your way up to the top league to be the champion of that league even, right?
That's not how.
No, that's how.
Is.
No, it's not. That's how soccer is. It's multiple, except they got 4 or 5 divisions, so they'll have 20 teams in each. So there's.
I have to work again Wednesday as soon as I get home from school. Bust my ass, but money is money. That's
right, money is money, dude. No one's gonna give you that shit. If they do, let me know their name, and I'm gonna go meet them. If you know people are gonna give you some money, I'll go back. But no, the way soccer works in Europe, there, Snipe, is like the top league has 20. Then the second league has 20, third league has 24. I think just 5 divisions. And so you can be the bottom of the bottom division and work your way to the top division, right? But I've seen teams go from the top of the top division down to the third division in like 2 or 3 years. Just keep going down and down and down and suck and suck. So all of a sudden, if you got your big, say you're the Cavs and you got LeBron James and or say you're the, who knows, anyone, you know what I mean? You trade all your top players because you want money, you start losing games, you go down a division. You start making less money, have less fans, you get me? So it's an escalation of things. So in Europe, what a couple of guys have done, if they've got multi-millionaires, they've started buying the lesser teams and start getting really good players and then bringing them.
I can get money, I moved.
And yeah, they go upwards. It's just good. Let's see. I ran a gang. I can get money. There's interesting ways to collect money, brother. But I've been to prison once. So let's just say I don't want to go again. That's enough. I know everyone's been to prison once or twice, lover.
Not me.
Not you? No. Not even.
No, though.
Close enough. Yes, I remember. I'll never forget. Don't worry. I had a couple years back there, Snipe. I had guys at my work had a
You
smoke
either
in my
break your shit
vehicle.
or pull out a knife.
They're smoking in your car.
Well, they were smoking a few joints in my car at work, right? It's no big deal. It was break, and it's literally minus 40 outside. So a joint in my car, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I live in a small little town of 8,000 people. But 3 or 4 hours later, I went and picked my wife up from work. I went home from work.
Half an hour later.
I went. And I went to pick up my wife later from work, and the smell was still in the car, and we were just going through a checkpoint, and literally the cop pulled us over, put me in cuffs, pulled my wife out, put her in cuffs, opened the back dog. My dog started running up the street like I fucking... If I could have got my hands on him, I would have shot him dead with his own gun. Oh yeah, not a problem. I was kicking through the back window. I was kicking through the thing. I said, "You let me out of here, you sand monkey fuck, so I can kick the shit out of you." I was
I went to
cursing
jail
every
when I was
name in the
14
book
when I
to kill him.
started my gang membership through a person into a brick wall.
Oh, he opened my back door because the dog was in there. Because I have my dog in the back seat, right? And she was scared. She's a shepherd. She's like 13 years old. And she ran out on the street and started running up the road.
That's crazy.
And I literally started booting the back window and the back door in, and I was just saying, "You let me out of here." And he's like, "There's a camera taping you." I said, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to end your life." I said, "As soon as you let me out of this car, you're a dead man. There's nothing you can do to stop me from killing you." And I wouldn't stop for about a half hour. I was like, "I'm going to go at you." I mean, I was like, "I'm going to gut at you like a fish." Like, and I just wouldn't stop. And kept kicking the window, kept kicking the back doors. I managed to get my handcuffs from my ass under my feet to the front, and I was losing it. And finally, they let my wife out of the cop car behind me to go find the dog, and went with the cop down the alley to find the dog. They found the dog, and but finally, when they let me out, they basically wait till the road check was done, pulled up the road, and then it was a female cop that let me out. And I was like, "Really?" And then the guy cop came over, and I'm like, "You piece of shit. Like, yeah, it's only because there's a female cop is the only reason he let her open the door, like, because he knows I wouldn't punch her in the mouth." I would have literally jumped right out and just started going. I would have, oh man, I was such a mad. I was one of the maddest I've ever been in my life.
Be right back.
See you in a sec there, Rebel buddy. I was quite mad that day. I was mad that day. Granted, it was probably my fault for letting the dummy smoke in the vehicle. I shouldn't have let them do that, obviously, you know, but it's the norm there. It's not a big deal, right? And, but yeah, and like the cop was like, "You got drugs in here, you got paraphernalia." I had no paraphernalia, I had no drugs on me, I wasn't stoned, nothing, right?
Yeah.
Losing it. I guarantee if I was in the States, I would have been shot. I would guarantee it, like. I would have been shot dead on the spot, probably. What was what my wife was saying earlier? What were you saying about the Syrians earlier, Lover, and Trump?
They said Trump is going to go to...
Oh yeah, Trump's going to war to protect the Syrians, but he won't let them in the country. That's it. He's going to World War III for them, but he won't let them into the country.
Dude, it's all fucking smoke and mirrors just so it can take attention away from the shit that's happening with him.
Oh yeah, just so he's a dumbass. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, how does this sound, bro? Like, the Syrian government is bombing the whole country, so we're gonna bomb the Syrians for bombing their country. Like, that's fucking stupid.
It's just a bunch of dead people. It's just a bunch of dead people.
They're bombing themselves. Let's bomb them.
Yeah, well, let's help them bomb them. Yeah, it's some poor motherfuckers over there. It really is, like, you know, you feel bad for some motherfuckers, like.
Stupid, bro.
Yeah. Oh! You're not watching, are you, Snipe?
No,
Sorry. You're alright, buddy. I apologize. Some close calls I have nowadays are insane. Like, I hit so many posts.
I'm back.
Hey, buddy. It hurts.
Space to get the cross in. Well, it's considered controlled attacking play, but it's come to nothing in the end. Goes in. Hazard. And here's the shot. He's blocked the shot well. Now he can cross it.
Really? You're using a mod? You know how many mods there are in this FIFA, dude? You have no idea. I was actually looking some of them up. It's actually worse than Call of Duty, like. Cause
I only been caught and arrested once out of the multiple things I done.
Luckier than I then, brother. Luckier than I, that's for sure. Come on. And you keep see them pausing as well. You can always see them pause and change it. It's terrible, like.
My own gang brothers narked.
They're not brothers then, brother. I remember when I was in Thailand, they have a Tiny Toons gang there, and when you go from 17 to 18, you go from one level to another, and when you leave one gang to the next, everyone in the preceding gang from every school in the district has to give you $1 when you go up. And I think the leader of the one I knew from Thailand got $5 million.
I threw someone into a brick wall, and at 1-4 I got my record.
That's it. Jeez, I've been thrown into a brick wall. I got a guy talking to me here online as well. Jeez, I've had my fair share of kick-ins over the years. And I don't understand, none of the teams run. It's Snipe, you gotta see some of this stuff. Like, I've hit 3 posts in a row.
I was in the skinhead's big mistake.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I used to live in Germany. I used to live in Dusseldorf when I was a young fellow. They're quite big there. They're quite big there.
Have we got a situation here, Alan, where the home team are happy with the draw? The away fans getting a bit restless now, aren't they? They think there's a bit of time wasting going on here.
Well, I think they're the better team on paper at least. It hasn't quite worked out that way.
Yay, the werewolves over there in combat 1-8.
If they do get enough time from the ref.
Okay, I got the win for that guy because he was fucking. They figured they found his mod and they killed him. There we go. They catch it once in a while, so they just killed him and gave me the victory. There we go. They're actually quite on it as well. Like, you know how many I got, because I stream once in a while, and sometimes there'll be stuff in the background, and sometimes I'll stream myself doing an Easter egg, right? And I've gotten a few. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't ban my video, but they send me.
For copyright infringement.
Yes, that's it. They tag it for copyright infringement. Because once you hit 40,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers, you start getting paid. And I've almost hit the hours because I stream. So when people watch it, they watch it consecutively. They just don't watch a 2-minute video. You get me? So, like, to watch a 2-minute video, you got to have 20,000 people watch it to get 40,000 hours, right? So for me, if I'm streaming for an hour and 2 people watch it, that's 120 minutes. So I've got like 30,000 hours or something. I got buttloads. But what I'll be doing is I might watch Mr. Jarlick, JD, or Noah, and you can kind of hear their voice in the background if I'm streaming a video, because I'm how to do. I might not necessarily know how to do it, so I'll do it. And sometimes the video will pick up on that. They'll hear the sound in the back, right? Then I'll get a message, copyright infringement, saying, if I make money off this video, I have to allocate this amount of money, or not allocate, but I have to pay these people because I've been paid as well. You get me? So if I've been paid this much, then I got to pay Jarlick Dady or all these people a portion of what I
How
made.
many subs you got?
Yeah.
Oh, I got very few. I got none at all, dude, brother. I only got like 45 or something. It's only friends, basically. Friends I know from back home and stuff. Very few non-friends or subs, like. I've never pushed the fact, like I've never asked anyone or tried. Stinky? It's because we haven't done it for days. We've been sick, Larry. This is the only game outside. It's the Miami game.
No, the Spurs Warriors are starting in like a few minutes here.
Okay.
I got a funny story for you while I was a skinhead.
Yep, yep. Go ahead. I don't know if they're funny, but I'll listen to it and tell you if I think it's funny. Oh, I hate playing this team. This is one of my this team in Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain. I swear to God, they're just.
Next game can't come quickly enough when you played as they did last time out. I expect a quick start here.
There's a website here, Snipe. I gave my dad the info. It's called Bud Express Now. You actually order the weed online and get it sent to your door. No, Canada Post. Yeah. It's like 5 times cheaper. If you go to buy it in the store, it's $180, $200 to buy an ounce in the store. It costs $89 to buy it
So I
online.
was in class minding my own business and a punk tried starting shit, so I hopped out of chair, kicked the bastard in the head.
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen her done that myself,
Didn't
buddy.
even get in trouble.
Oh, I've had my first share of getting in trouble. Yeah, but oh damn.
Well, don't forget to tell them they took the car that time too.
Oh yeah, and when they arrested me, Snipe, they took the car and impounded it, and I had to pay like $700 to get it back the next day.
More than that.
Yeah, and I had to pay the towing fee as well. I was so mad that day.
Yeah, man. That's what happens when they
Teacher
take your
said
car,
don't
bro. You
make
gotta
him
pay
bleed
for
or kill
everything.
him.
Don't make him bleed or
Sucks.
kill him. Especially when it's not right, you know what I mean? I don't mind, but I didn't do anything wrong. Like
Proper tackle that.
sometimes I wish I was back home when I knew people, you know?
Now it goes into the wide areas where they've got a winger waiting. Julian Draxler. Mbappe. Out in front of Mbappe. Got his shot up now.
My guys are. I would so love if someone from FIFA would watch. Like, I've actually sent stuff to them before, and they got no response for it. And then they put me on to, no disrespect to anyone, but they put me on to some goddamn foreigner that I can't understand. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to be polite and everything here, but if I can't understand you, shouldn't you put me onto the phone to someone I can understand? So no disrespect intended. I don't give a crap where you're from. I hate you all equally. But I said, I want to understand what you're saying. I don't give a crap what color you're from or where you're from. I just want to know what you're saying. Like, I think they were only French. I don't think it was anything like that. But I just couldn't understand. The accent was so thick on the phone.
The advantage played well.
You know what I mean? It's even that way for me. Like, I talk to friends of mine from like Germany, Spain, France, wherever, and it's the same. They're like, I can't understand you on the phone. Accents are way more aggressive on the phone. And so then I'm emailing them, and they're like, this is the finest version of FIFA we have ever put out. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, they fucking.
How do you
EA
explain?
is trash.
Yeah, it's...
EA is trash. You should never expect anything good from EA.
But I don't get this lag off any other game, though. Like, 2K doesn't lag like this from me. I've never
I
had...
don't know why, but I can't stand the French.
No, you're not alone there, dude. There's a lot of people there. And there's actually, in France, the new president of France a couple years ago, it said They had a joke in the paper. They had a meme done out, and it said the French president was too ignorant to vote in for presidents. The French people considered him too ignorant. And they had this cartoon meme. They said, well, if the French consider you ignorant, there's something wrong, because they're considered the most ignorant people on the planet, like. And they don't realize that it's not their own fault, but that's the way they're born and taught, so they just don't know any better. So you just got to take it with a pinch of salt.
Emmanuel Macron, he's a bastard.
Who's a bastard? You say L. Ron Hubbard? That's what I heard. We're getting into a different topic there. We're talking about L. Ron Hubbard, dude. That's Scientology, isn't it? That's Tom Cruise's kettle of fish.
Tom Cruise?
That's Tom Cruise. Did you ever watch an episode of
Emmanuel Macron, president of France.
Oh, yeah. We're talking before him. Yeah. Okay, the president of France. I know you're talking about. Oh, snipe, buddy. Snipe, buddy. Oh, come on. Oh, sexy. Please help me. Really? Oh, he does, man. They should have scored again on me. Okay. Did you read that thing that, I'm not sure if you read it, Snipe? Tom Cruise was he putting out ads for a new wife? He was holding auditions.
Really?
Yeah, they were having auditions in an auditorium for wives for Tom Cruise. Supposedly, it was in the paper, but, you know, I figured you'd be in the States, you'd hear way more before I would, right?
I mean, I don't keep up with celebrities and shit like that, so.
But you'd be surprised. But I don't either. But when I'm in the store and I walk past, like, I don't buy the Sun or the Star anymore. I haven't bought paper in years. But you know, it's usually sitting at the front of the shop there, and usually you walk by and you kind of look down at it.
Ages, dude.
Yeah, I get you. MSN and shit.
I don't go to places where there's newspapers.
You go to the 7-Eleven. No, come on now.
No,
Dunkin'
dude,
Donuts.
I haven't been to a fucking 7-Eleven and no, I don't. No,
Really?
not at all.
Damn, gotta get out more.
Tom Cruise is a bastard. He is overrated factor.
Oh yeah.
Actor.
Gas station, maybe, but they
Yeah, I get you. You just don't look that often. I get you.
No, like I don't go in the gas station. I just pay at the pump. And then
Oh, do you? Okay. I go inside because you get double the points for paying inside.
oh no, dude, I just.
You know the points, you know what I mean? Because I spend for $200-300.
For paying inside too.
No, you get double the points here.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, they do it here because if you go inside to pay, they think it's going to incite you to buy more.
Oh, that's weird. That's not gonna make me buy it.
No, it's not going to make it. It's like I see a commercial and it's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, geez, I might as well go out and buy a new car then. I can quite assure you that's not going to do it for me, you
Russell
know?
Crowe is great actor compared to many.
Oh, he's great. Like, he just got divorced. He's selling his estate right now because his old lady's taking everything on him. I just saw him. He's selling a bunch of crazy shit that he owns. Oh.
I don't go anywhere where there's newspapers.
No, buddy. Hey, Shed, what's going on, dude? Long time?
It's just, I mean, I get my news from like maybe Facebook or just if it pops up
MSN?
in front of me.
Yeah, on the computer at work.
Yeah. It just has to pop up for me to know something.
Has to pop up where I don't know what's happening.
No, dude, because I don't really care about.
Yeah, I get you.
To be honest, because most of the time I'm bad.
My favorite movie of his is his
Yeah.
first movie,
You ain't
Romper
lying,
Stomp,
dude.
the old skinhead flick.
Like that's why I don't watch the news. Like I'm not trying to watch people getting killed and shot and all this.
Yeah, it's always the same.
I've been paranoid my whole life. Man. I don't want to do that.
Paranoid my whole life.
Yeah, why would I? Like my parents watch the news all the time, like all day. Like I'm like, why would you do that to yourself?
Yeah,
Like,
it's...
and they're now they don't want to go anywhere because they're like scared that shit's gonna happen. You live your life like that, you know?
I know exactly what you mean, dude. I know exactly what you mean. Lisa has a friend of hers at work. Well, her last job, it's they had a couple of those online networks. What's that one called? Crazy Yanks. The Young Turks. And what's that other fucking skinhead bastard? Alex Jones.
Yeah, that guy, that fucking crazy white guy. Yeah.
I've watched the two of them.
Bro.
Between the two of those fuckers, man, shit's going crazy. And then they got that other guy who's The World's Not Enough. He's just some guy who goes around with a camera checking shit out. I don't remember what some, but basically it's like the two of them combined. And I'm like, oh,
Bro, Alex Jones is fucking
man,
nuts.
he's batshit crazy.
Batshit crazy. Certified.
It's funny as crap to watch, like, though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I remember I was watching.
The Young Turks are cucks fucking bastards.
I was watching. Yeah, they are. I was watching the Young Turks during the election because during when Trump got voted in, because I just wanted to see the reactions. Man, you should have seen it. I was pissing myself laughing. Like,
Alex Jones is funny as fuck.
Dad, what up, bro?
Hazard's the one in the striking position in the middle. Good defensive clearance there.
come on, you unsociable motherfucker. Come on now.
Now Willian. Played away, well away from goal.
Got to start cussing him. That's the only way he starts talking.
Look like he's about to take this W here, said. D Wade.
Hey,
Turning back the clock.
You knew he was gonna start talking.
Dude, I want him to win.
I talked to him today, bro. I called him. I got you.
Yeah?
That's all he said, bro. That's all he told me.
Yeah, he loaded up on the painkillers before the game.
All politicians are bastards along with the wannabe politicians.
All the fucking adrenaline.
I'm not doing like that. Even though he do be on that suspect shit ever since he did that shit with Gabriel Union.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, bro. Miami just won. The game just started. Let me see if it's on the
It's on NBA TV.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Nah, it's on TNT, but it's on NBA TV.
Until this is done?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was about to be pissed. How y'all put a playoff game on NBA TV?
Well, they do that, so.
Do they? Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like in the first few rounds, they do. Like, if all the slots on the networks are taken up.
Marcos Alonso.
Well, when it's the finals, it's only remote channels or something. It's only select channels.
It's only on ABC.
Gotcha.
So everybody can watch it, but
They have the
the
contract.
guy was telling me, my barber was telling me in the near future they're gonna put that shit on cable.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
they
ABC
tryna-
is, oh, you're saying like instead of just like
Yeah, because
nationally
ABC's
televised?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Will they stop fouling and just end the game?
I know,
I'm about to score 9 points. Shit, that shit go.
Swung in from the corner. Shots off.
Take the L like it counts, bro.
One of my teachers asked me if I could read. I said, can you go fuck yourself? The class laughed. Teacher didn't.
No, I don't think so.
That's funny, bro.
I thought you might like that.
Hey, but I was on group chat with Stay Sharp Man 2-3. He said that they ain't going for that shit no more.
Okay. I'll quote him on that. Can't wait, bro. I was hoping that today was their game, but it wasn't. Because, boy, if they lose this next game,
Teachers are some bastards, I tell you what.
Yeah, they gonna
This time goes to the cross.
that dude LeBron firing everybody.
Oh yeah, he gonna have to, bro. He gonna have to.
But LeBron, you need 5 people on the court. Fuck that, I'm playing on my own.
Who needs a coach?
You got to, bro. They be acting like bums. Especially last game. Hey, he 40.
E40 is always there, bro. Every game. Awesome.
Chelsea.
Man, they wearing they black jerseys.
Oh yeah, just in all black like the Omen. Mm-hmm. Score.
Hey Brian, have you ever watched Trailer Park Boys?
Fuck yeah. Of course I watched it. Who hasn't?
Hey, get a ball up, bro.
Oh, you're ahead of me again? By like a couple seconds.
So it's time for a change. They've got to try and improve their performance somehow. And here they are on the attack.
You guys watching the same channel? Just like the same.
Yeah, it's TNT.
How come you're behind them? Because of where you are?
I'm a pause whoever wins a jump ball.
Okay.
Paul just got it, so I'm a pause.
You got it. Yeah, I'll just got it.
According to most of my friends, I look like Bubbles of TPB.
Free throws?
Looking good this move.
And apparently sound like him as well.
Here's Antonio Rudiger.
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Spotted the direction of Fabregas's pass. Paris Saint-Germain putting together attack after attack.
Man,
I like him, that's hilarious.
And the way things have shaped up the last 10 minutes, you can't see one coming.
Lucy, you heard that?
Black Ops 4?
Yeah.
What about it?
You getting it?
Fuck, come on now. Masturbate in your sleep?
Oh, really?
Of course, man. Oh, damn.
Yeah, of course he's getting it.
Maybe 60-year-old man with arthritis and no fingers and still playing that shit. You know they have that VR shit. You have my head on, swinging on a swivel.
I'm balling, I can't get it.
Yeah, you still be turning your head shooting people.
Wait, can you beat off in your sleep?
I don't know, ask my wife, she watches me do it. One of the people stream said, how do you beat off in your sleep? I'm like, I don't know, you have to ask my wife.
How do you beat off in your sleep?
Well, that's what I just said to Sid. He said, are you getting it? I said, oh, you masturbate in your sleep. And the first night I got with my wife, like, she woke up the next morning and she hit me. And I woke up like, what the fuck you hit me for? Like, and she said I was playing with myself. And I didn't know I was sleeping, like, so. It's not like I was doing it intentionally. I was sleeping. Like, she said I was having a go. And I'm like, oh, well, I was like, how about that? Yeah. It's getting ready for seconds. I don't know. What do you want?
Haha.
You should have just took over, bro.
Yeah. I was young and foolish, you know. I didn't know
Dick
better.
Eden Sleeper.
Yeah. What about you, Sid? You getting it? I know you beat the shit out of the 3. Because you master prestige that shit. I didn't even do that. But it'll be a lot better now. I'm surprised you didn't play World War II, really. Did you play it, Sid?
I did, oh my goodness, Eagle Dollar.
I thought you would have liked it because the boot's on the ground.
According to my grandma, I sleepwalked into porch to take a shit
The game
once.
wasn't bad, it's just a lot of things I didn't agree with what they did.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of got rid of the creative class system.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
That's just stupid, that's just stupid.
I don't like every motherfucker having grenades because random fuckers killing you all the time. Just throw that shit in the air and run away. That's it. That's what they do because they get it no matter what. They just get a grenade and I'm like, come on. So they run out, throw it, and then just run.
You play hardcore too, so I mean.
Yeah. Breaks your balls, dude. Oh, man.
Everything kills you with hardcore, though.
But I like the new thing they've done. They got Blitzkrieg. It's called Blitzkrieg or Blizzard. Yeah, the new one is. Remember Modern Warfare 3? How You used to get your score streaks for every kill. Remember, it used to stack your kills. It never went on points. It went on kills. Well, that's how that. If you run that Blitzkrieg perk, that's how it goes now. So for every kill you
Toronto
get.
won game tonight against Boston.
I know.
Too little, too late for me. But
Yes, but 4 will be boots on the ground again, like Black Ops 4. And they're supposed to be bringing back dogs and all that shit. Orbital VSAT, supposedly.
So they basically ran out of ideas.
Well, they're going back to what people used to love, because people started coming back to the game when the boots were on the ground. So they realized, hey, we fucked shit up, so let's try to fix it.
So you can still have new kill streaks and have a cool game. It's just
Yeah.
weird jumping around bullshit.
Well, and what they actually just brought back in the last map pack too is they
Bring
brought
kill
back the new
Strax back,
tubes.
fuck score Strax.
Did they?
They brought new tubes back, dude. And you know who's a bad motherfucker?
that's not what I want to hear.
So basically, you put a grenade. So you know me being a dick, I'll run overkill and put 2 primed weapons on and have 2 grenade launchers. And you want to be a dick? I show you what's up. You know, and then they have things where you can have hunkered and run armored, so you can survive like 3 grenades. So if you run both of them, it's dirty, dude.
Survive 3 grenades?
Yeah, because you have you can run your armored, which is your basic training or whatever, and so you run armored, which gives you a shield, and then you can have whatever it's called, your class, and I run the class, which is your hunkered, which gives you another vest. So basically, you're doubling up on your vests, and yeah, it's only one class I have it for. It's just being a dick, like, you know. Yeah, when people start fucking around too much, you have to have the dick class set up. But if you watch me in this football, I suck at this, dude. It breaks my heart. Like, I'm 60 wins, 30 draws, and 110 losses. And you know the funny thing is, Chad, this is the game I used to actually test. This was one of the first games I ever tested.
What game is that?
FIFA. It's one of the original games I tested for PlayStation 3 was FIFA 01, and I was a beast at it, like. And now I got more.
I mean, I don't really follow this game. I thought you played Pro Evo.
I do, but the problem is all the signals are people in Europe, so you can't get any connections and play against anyone. Yeah, because everyone's in France and Spain, and you're like, motherfucker. And it still does it here late at night, 2, 3 in the morning.
What? That's crazy. Can't believe that motherfucker made that shit, bro.
Is Kaz coming back? Let's see. Kaz is fast in here.
Okay, dude. Too easy, bro.
Yeah, it is. Shit.
See Kaz's new car there, Snipe?
The Mustang?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I'm happy for him, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's a badass car. Well, it's down where he lives, it's not bad. It's sunny down in South Carolina, North Carolina. It's not that bad weather down there. So won't fuck with the shit, like. Well, I got my Nissan Titan, but I would like to upgrade. I would like the new Titans, but they're as ugly as sin, so I'm not going to get it. They've changed the models. They're ugly. I like the new Tundras, the TVR Sports. The whole back window comes down. It's sexy as crap, like. What was I gonna say? He said, fucking Snipe said he actually met you for the first time like a month ago, 2 months ago he was down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Bad,
went to the
yeah.
airport to go pick him up. Went to go eat.
Man, you're lucky I wasn't there. I would have brought him to the brothel and fucking some other badass shit. He would have missed that plane like a motherfucker.
Right.
And?
No. I mean, it was super last minute, bro.
Okay.
Then on top of that, like what day was that? It was like a weekday, so.
Yeah, he said it was late at
Ford
night.
Raptors and Ram diesel trucks have best design in my Op9.
Cummins engines are the best.
Yeah, it was Saturday. Be like, all right, bro, let's do this.
Oh yeah.
Let's do this.
And this dude Bezo acting like he didn't want to go at first. So I'm like, I gotta work. Like, bitch, if you don't call in.
Whip your ass.
Yeah. Dude, always, dude, like,
They'll never want to go anywhere.
Yeah. Just acting funny. Like, bitch, snipe win. It's a chance to meet somebody who played a game.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That shit was crazy. It was only for a short amount of time, but it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, you know? I mean, motherfuckers all the something I always thought I'd like to do in like 10 years or something. If I ever had money, get a Winnebago and just fucking do the whole state, stop by, meet people that I've chat online, all that shit, you know?
Yeah, man, we've been playing fucking like 10 years almost.
Yeah, man, fuck. That's what I said. I said it to my wife. I said, like, some of these people, like, some of us chat a lot, but some people I've chatted with really personally, and it's like some family members have died, friends have died. You know, some people I actually know. They're as close as you can get to friends without really meeting them, you know?
Yeah, bro. It's been damn near 10 plus years or whatever it is, and, you know, like,
That's
we
it.
fucking know each other pretty well.
Some of y'all are playing a little bit longer, because I think it's like 2011. Yeah, 2011.
Was it? Okay.
3, yeah.
Oh,
Still,
okay.
that's long
I was the
enough.
same. I was playing with people before that, but you guys the same. It was Modern Warfare 3 we linked up.
Hey! Oh, $8. Oh my.
Oh, you missed it. You missed. Oh, you way ahead of me, man. You had
Bro,
about
I
like 2
paused
seconds.
it.
I paused
How
it.
long will
I
you
can't
stream
believe you
tonight?
missed that shit, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
A couple more hours.
what the fuck? What? Oh, I was like, what's going on? Why could they just walk to the bench like that?
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe it. How you gonna show his miss, too?
That dude was floating in the air, bro.
Man, I'm gonna have to get the laptop so I can watch the game beside me. What are you guys watching it on?
It's TNT, man. It's on
TNT?
TV, but, yeah,
No.
TNT.
Oh no, I don't got cable. I haven't had cable in fucking 10 years. Swear to God. Probably saved myself like 10 grand in cable bills.
Cable fucking expensive, bro.
My brother pays like 200 and something bucks a month, and that's without the sports packages.
Yeah, dude. Gotta get you, bro.
It just sucks because, I mean, I want it, but I don't watch TV like that. I only watch
Is cable the shit I steal from neighbors?
That's the thing, you know, like, I literally just watch sports. That's the only reason I
I
have it.
don't watch shit else, yeah.
I do too, but I'm the kind of guy I'd put like Married with Children on and Seinfeld on at 12 o'clock at night and pass out to it on the couch, you know? Some bullshit like that.
Okay.
You know, just some old
Like, I
crap.
literally just watch sports. That's the only reason I have this shit.
Like, if I could just take all this shit out. If I could pay for channels, that's what I do.
Yeah, just give me the sports channel.
Married with Children is awesome.
On these shit else, yeah.
Yeah, buddy, it is.
Like, they should do like 50, 10 cents a channel or something like that.
But I'm not sure if you guys were reading. Netflix is thinking about doing live channels.
My
Like they're thinking
teachers
about buying
compare me
NBA
to a
packages
bunny.
and NFL
Oh,
packages.
bro, they do that.
They do that, yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah,
a wrap.
Definitely cancel cable. I already have Netflix anyway.
That's what I mean. It's going to get expensive. You probably have to pay an extra X amount for the sports parts, but whatever.
It can't be as much as cable though.
You ain't lying.
Because it's only 10, and my payment just went up because I had Netflix when it first came out, so I was paying the little $9.
Okay, yeah, the
They
extra.
raised it up for everybody.
But what's your basic cable then? You pay like $100?
Oh yeah.
Cable's more
I,
than that.
yeah. I got but it's factored into internet too.
Oh,
I have
okay.
cable and internet. It's all factored in one bill. So it's,
Yeah, but they try to get you with that. Like, I've tried to, like, just go internet.
Yeah,
And they're like, oh, well, like, cable
you
is
have
like
to. Yeah,
$10
they did the
or
same. They did the
$10
same
more.
shit with
You
me.
bitch.
Nah, they did the same shit with me, bro. Because they was like, because the Spectrum, in order to get the gold pack, I mean the $89.99, 3 for $89.99. You
Yeah.
have to get the phone, cable, and what's it called? I'm like, well, can I just take off the phone?
I literally only watch TV for about an hour a day, and I watch Dog the Bounty Hunter and leave TV on for Cat when I leave.
Because they know people don't want cable anymore.
Yeah, like, or like, yeah, but they like, what's the point of the home phone?
That too. Yeah, I've never actually had a home phone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's stupid.
I think my grandma's had the same number since the 70s, like. That's the only reason. I think those are people that have home phones.
Delivered into the box.
Yeah, bro. Nobody got home phone anymore.
Lost the ball.
Like,
yeah.
and then the fact that y'all charge $29.99 for that. Like, if
Yeah,
I
come
take
on.
that off, my cable bill would be just probably a flat $100. But, nah, they charge me for that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wait, man, they better get their shit together, bro. What's going on?
Show the Spurs gonna come out.
Yeah, they gotta get back. Stop turning the ball over.
Fantastic from the neutral point of view that the game is level again. So away we go at 1-1.
Oh, turning the ball over every fucking play, bro.
Bertans.
Now William.
Fucking rebound. Stop turning the ball over.
They got 7 turnovers. Shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
with that fresh beard.
Do the Clay. Go to work, Clay. Oh, easy. Oh. There it is.
Chelsea, a bit of a charge now through midfield. Put away, but not out.
Step up, baby, left. There you go.
A bit too hard trying to force. He's trying his shot from long range.
Oh, yeah.
Praise
Good
for
misses.
time the shot, Alan. Well, his teammates aren't too happy.
Oh yeah, Lips.
All day. That's what I'm talking about.
Quick in his movement too to intercept there.
Yeah, bro. Y'all want to play fast. Doesn't stay to kill you.
Yeah, I started playing a bit of core on that new map there, said, but it was literally my points per minute was like 700-800 points per minute. It was craziness, like. So they got the new map shipment, and you can just wall bang them as they thing. I think I went like 28-0 wall banging. I just sat in the one spot and aimed with my gun. 28-0, game done. It was TDM. It was hilarious.
There you go, Livingston. Oh, that's ugly. Oh.
Let's go back to that great save from Courtois.
First shipment best class is shotgun Saboteur and C4.
Yeah, it's just like 2
Ooh,
seconds.
LMGs. I'm a bigger fan with. Yeah, Rebel LMGs, because you can't get across the map.
Just
with
made the
the,
first one.
Yeah. So as soon as he hits the second one, or shit, he doesn't make a miss on first play, because he has a shot from me.
I only use shotguns to make people rage.
yeah.
Round settling back down here in the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Now they've got a chance in this part of the pitch.
Shotguns and shovel.
Dribbling.
Is that just a case of mistiming the tackle?
I think he's a little unlucky.
Shot it,
Slightly
made it.
mistimed, and he's made the most of it.
Oh, it's Ronaldo!
I chose that direction.
Chelsea have gone behind.
Really?
Marcos Alonso.
Damn.
Real Madrid given the throw here.
Oh, God.
Sergio
That's
Ramos.
just ugly.
Very good distance for the clearance.
Oh, foul. Yeah.
Here's a chance to attack.
Why does dude's head look unproportional? Like, Look at his head is just way bigger than his body.
Who's that?
You know what I'm talking about? You look like a fake creative player, dude.
Big head mode. Yeah.
Oh man. Tell me it's not true though, dude. Like, and he's a big dude too, so like
big head, little body, or little body, big head.
It's just so weird. He's a big dude too, so
it's just tripping.
KD is at the free throw line. Yeah. I'll tell you when he hits the first one. He just made it. He just made it, the first one.
He saw the look from the other player and saw where the pass was going. Read it.
He's sitting in the off. He just made the second one.
Real individual inspiration here. This turnover.
My clock is at 112, 111, 110, 9. I don't know where you at.
Alright, I'm gonna pause that 1 minute.
Okay, 2, 1 minute now.
Why does it keep doing that shit? It keeps going forward. I'll figure it out here in a
It's
second.
all good, bro. Just tell me where I'm at. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Can you guys just refresh at the same time?
Nah, it's mine keeps messing up. Like, I keep pressing pause, but when I press play again, it goes back to live.
Got you.
Oh, I see.
What you at now, bro?
20, 19, 18, 17, 15, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Brick.
Now William. That's the goalkeeper's ball, and he was trying to find his teammate, darting through the centre there, and probably onside. He's cut that out well, well read. Marcelo. This could lead to a chance. It's good attacking play. Able to cut that out with some sharp movement.
Oh, man.
Strong wing play from Chelsea in this game.
All right. It's tight. Close game.
That's what the goalkeepers are hoping to get all the game, really. Simple saves like that for Keylor Navas. Trying to catch the other team out with a quick break here. That's a fine challenge. And he's got the ball.
You got it. Maybe it's like you hit pause and then unpause.
Well, I tried that too. It still wasn't working. I hit pause and I hit play and then hit pause and unpause. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out.
Tony
Good.
Kroos. Some potential in this move. Good defending. It's gone out for a throw. Marcos Alonso. Contact.
I think I might have figured it out. Let's get back to the game. See what happens.
Taking on the defenders. They've shown him the inside and he's taken that opportunity. Good width in the attack here, looking for a cross at the end of it. It's a good cross. Very good distance to the clearance. Alvaro Morata. And here's the shot. Real Madrid looking to get in front in a game that's still even. Here's a chance to attack. Opening them up with a through pass. That's great work by the goalkeeper. Victor Moses.
This man Harden had 44 last night.
Cross towards the
Yeah, he
back
did.
post.
Good with them boys.
Pulled out the whisk he be using.
Yeah, he was killing them.
Who's the top scorer in the Toronto game?
A real charge on from Chelsea.
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
Is it DeRozan?
What'd you say? Top scorer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the far post here.
Yeah, I think it was DeRozan.
Time to make it in such a tight game.
Well, he's kept his team in it, and who knows, they might go up the other end now to score the winner.
I mean, wearing Canada will win eventually. States is gonna get all fucked up. Everyone's gonna start crying and shit.
Out of the relegation zone.
Don't get your hopes up, bro.
No, I don't. That would be some funny shit. Like, you believe a bunch of middle fingers would be going up everywhere from somebody. Not me, but
I will say that if they were to actually win the East, that would be pretty impressive. But I'm not expecting that.
Nice player, favorite player is DeMar DeRozan.
Oh my God.
no, he's ugly motherfucker.
That would be pretty
Favorite
impressive.
player.
Yeah, I was watching. He's advertising the new Google Home Mini today. I saw on the fucking commercial
So
online.
actually said the leading scorer was Serge Ibaka.
Man, you suck.
Serge Ibaka had 23 points. Leading scorer.
Nah, they let him score 23.
Bro, don't hate on Serge. Serge be killing.
Ah, shit.
Oh, let me hear it. Pop, hold on.
Damn.
Pop, we're not that fast.
All right. Cheers, guys. I'm out for FIFA for the night.
Wow, he actually had a decent one. Decent